My name is Steele. I'm a physician. I actually grew up in upstate New York. I was the youngest of three. We were a church-going family, so getting perfect attendance in Sunday school was always a main goal for the season. But we also were athletic, and I did 3 sports in high school, and grew up in the youngest of 3, getting beat up quite a bit, but being competitive, becoming competitive. My grandfather used to take us to people's houses on house calls when I was a young kid over remote roads with lots of bumps in the roads, and my grandfather was always in a hurry to get to the people's houses. But then when he got us to the people's houses, they took really good care of us. They'd take us to the kitchen and feed us while he went off to the bedroom and took care of grandma or grandpa or something, and it was always a fascinating thing to me, and an idealistic kind of feel to me to have a grandfather that was so well liked, and that I think really struck me when I was young. When you decide to go into medicine, you know that you're going to be serving people. That's what it's all about, is being humble enough to say, I want to take care of other people. Medicine's changed a lot. Medicine's become very insurance-based and documentation-based, but it's still all about the people and being close to people, and I think that influenced me quite a bit when I was growing up. Right now I'm the squadron physician for C-130 squadron. The experience of being a Navy doctor, and I became a flight surgeon, so I took care of pilots in the Navy, and the aircrew guys, and the people that do maintenance and put the bombs on the bottom of jets. And I took care of those guys, and that experience changed me completely, and it hooked me, and I was a different person after that, and I loved being in the military so much I really struggled with getting out, and I've done 27 years in the military total between active duty and reserves now, just because of those 4 years I had in the reserves and the active duty side. I mostly went into family medicine because I connect with people, and I want them to connect with me, and I want to feel like they know that I care about them enough that I won't let something slip by, or I'll put my 100% in when I have to for them. So I think just the connections with people, the relationships with people is really what drives me. I've been a volunteer team doctor. I was the team doctor for La Quinta High School for 10 years. And that's just volunteer, and it's really fun for me because I was an athlete and I wanted to be around athletes, and that's why I went into sports medicine, but it's a way to give back. I've been the College of the Desert team doctor for 20 years. It's all volunteer, but it's really fun and really rewarding in that respect. Trying to also carve out time a little bit in those interactions with the high school kids and the college kids to mentor a little bit. What do you want to do? You can sometimes see a little spark in a kid who's pretty smart and witty or something like that, and you can say, hey, maybe I can help this guy, and ask him what their plans are and where they think they're going. And so that was always a part of my sort of leadership idea, but in the volunteer aspect of my life was to try to mentor kids to help them to get further than they think that they could go. Dr. St. Pierre and Dr. Deltz and I are the 3 sports medicine team docs for much of the high schools, the college, and for the tennis tournament. And we just like to be part of that whole community-wide system to have a great event and to be part of the excitement. I think, to me though, the most important characteristic for me over my career has been humility. Just saying that I'm in the service world, I'm no better than anybody else. I just happen to have been, committed enough to get to and through medical school and become a family doctor and sports medicine doctor. It was more of my level of commitment necessarily than my specialness or my brilliance or anything like that. So that humility, I try to remind kids about that everywhere, wherever they get in life is because other people help them get there, and the humility part of that is critical. So that's always been something I remind myself of as often as I can.